Hey. Sorry, guys. I want to say in advance, I still have a cough. So if sorry, I'm also not speaking very well right now. This sucks ass. We're already off to a great start. Girl, Mish, I thought you were sleeping. Damn. Okay. I'm coughing a lot because you guys already know I'm getting over a cold. Yeah. Val was right. It does suck when you click start streaming. I've been very yeah, it's all hitting now. That's great. I I had a bunch of stuff that I wrote down, but I don't know. I could barely think. I don't think I've been able to think much the past couple days. And I'm sorry if at some points I jumble up my speech or if things don't make as much sense. I hope you can at least get the point with everything I'm saying. I also think it's really silly to have my model on right now, but it's a serious, really serious thing, and I don't know. Do I put on my like crying toggle or something? It's so. Okay. Hey guys, when we were talking about emotes that were used with the heart, we were noticing that a lot of people were using the Numi one because all of the other heart emotes look too happy, and for some reason, mine is like really sad looking. And so I just saw everybody using mine. I'm like, damn, this is all we have, huh? I laugh, by the way, because it's one of my ways of coping. It doesn't mean that I'm not feeling horrible, because I have been feeling really horrible. My brain already shut down. This is probably, I'm gonna turn off all of the alert stuff because I don't think it's really necessary to have. I'm sorry. I just feel like today I want to just say what I want to say and then, just move on, because that's all I really want to do. And, I've been really hesitant to stream because no matter how much I want to avoid the subject, I know I can't. It's something that is obviously very, very close to me, and close to people that I really love and adore. And I still don't plan on saying too much, but you guys know that I have a tendency to ramble. And yeah, I don't plan to say too much because I really just want to be over this as much as you guys do. I really want to just be over this. So I'm just going to say a few things and hope that after this, I know it's not going to go away immediately because it's difficult. But I'm going to hope that after this, we can move on, and I can ask that maybe we could try our best to try to look forward to new things together. I've always felt like it's better to do that than to just dwell on all of the things that I wish were different, because that's not the case and it will never be that like that. And I wanted to start off by saying that I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm fine. And the other girls are as okay as we can be in this situation. If I'm gonna be honest, I genuinely think this is the closest we've been in a very long time. And it really does suck that it took something like this for us to get to a point like this again. But I am really grateful knowing we've been able to find comfort in each other in a time like this. You know, we've been messaging all day, every single day, and making sure we've been okay, and playing video games together. I know I replied today to Joel saying that I'm eating a lot of canes. I'm okay. It's not an addiction. I'm okay, guys. I just can't go to the gym because of my cough, and I was a little sad, but the grind never stops, okay? The grind never stops. I'm the fucking side-eye emotes and shit. I you know, sometimes it's important to do these things to get to a point where you can get on your feet again. So it's what helped, and you know, it's what helped. But yeah, the past couple weeks, I've been surrounded by so many of my real friends who have been by my side, and so many people that I know care about me and I care about them. So, and I think we already know that the past month hasn't been the best for me. So I've just been really grateful that IRL too, I've been having great support nearby me. And the past few days, I've been on call with a bunch more people, and we've been keeping ourselves sane, and we've been reminding each other that we're not alone in the way that we have been feeling. And obviously, despite the way I've been feeling, I've still been checking up on you guys. And I've just felt really happy to see you guys being there for each other and for other communities too. And I do want to say, I mean, I already said this in Discord, but I really am proud of you guys for staying strong too. And I don't know, I feel so grateful just knowing that you guys know how hard it's been for everybody, and I can't imagine it's been easy for you guys either, but you've still decided to do your best to maintain a positive outlook on everything. So thank you guys for being just so kind to everybody. And I also want to take an extra moment to just say thank you to Buff and Candy and Rose, Shaya, Lily, Vienna, Tricky, Yuzu, Bao, and Nano for just calling and talking, and just for being together so we could ease our pain and discomfort. I didn't reply to Nano's tweet, but we are in a chat together, and she's been calling me a piss belt, so I guess we can say that we've become friends since all of this, which I'm happy about. Obviously, I wish it would have been under better circumstances, but I'm happy about it. Not about the nickname, though. To each their own, I guess. And yeah, they've just been calling and being there for me, and there have just been so many people that were there to check on me, and even people that I haven't talked to in a long time were also checking in on me too. And I've been checking in on a lot of people who that were affected by it that I haven't talked to in a while. So I guess one good thing is that everybody's been there for each other, and I'm really just happy about that. I really just want to start it off by being positive, because that's the best way that we've been able to cope with things, you know. Yeah, I'm okay, and I hope you guys are too. And if you're still hurting, I get it. It's just a really uncomfortable, mind-boggling thing to even try to understand, and I still don't. I saw many people asking about me making a response to the apology and the situation after the initial post. And if I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I said everything that I wanted to say I made my reply under Bao's words, and I just didn't think I needed to say much more than what was already said. And I still don't. My feelings and what I said are the exact same. And I never wanted to say much more in fear of people bringing more attention to my own experience rather than to those who were hurt in that situation. Because, I mean, it's not really a secret or something that is hidden anymore, but I had my own personal situation that happened, and I just, as much as I hated that, I would rather us focus on all of the people that were truly hurt like this. And I guess the only thing that I would want to add to the feelings in my tweet is my heartbreak for everybody else who has been affected by this. And it's just a really shitty situation that hurt so many people. And I seriously still can't wrap my head around it. I'm just so sorry to Cotton, to Aru, to Giri and Gui, to Buff, to Silver, and I got to find a new VTuber. Forgive me if I didn't pronounce the name wrong. I don't remember if it was Sprite but she's just really cool, and I think also deserves a lot of love and support too. Yeah, it just sucks, you know. I just so many good people here that were hurt. It's Spite. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I now know who she is, and I was watching her content too, and it makes me happy to know that there's been people there to support her too, and that everybody that was affected, I hope, has their own support group too, outside of this community, to, you know, make them feel loved and stuff, because they, you know, yeah. And anybody else who wasn't mentioned, I don't know. I feel like so many people were asking about my well-being when I was wishing that they would spend the time giving support to the people who were directly hurt by this. But I do understand your worries. And I know that a lot of people saw me and her as close because of just, you know, how expressive I am in showing my love for those I care about. But she was just as close with the other girls as she was with me. So I hope you guys understand that. I know it was many people's first thought was because of how loud I am about it, but it just, she was close to a lot of people, you know. A lot of people considered her a really good friend to them. And I'm sorry that it took me this long to say much. I didn't really want to say much without calming down a little bit, because I know I would probably not be able to speak as clearly as I am right now. I just wanted to make sure my mental was okay, that my friends were okay, and also that I had the time to see what she had to say. And yeah, to say that I was angry really is an understatement. I don't know. I feel like I spent so much time looking at what people were saying in response to that, and it was just, I don't think that there was a lot she could have said to fix any of these relationships. But I think that we all really did hope that she wouldn't choose the worst path for herself, and she did, and it just really sucks. And it just reminds me of the conversation that we had from my own experience, that I don't know. I'm somebody that I feel if there is an issue, I want to talk about it. It's uncomfortable, but it's something that I always want to do. And there was something that happened between us a couple months ago that I had talked to her about for months, that she agreed to and was super excited about, but any other things that I heard about were not from herself, but from Red. And I just sorry. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to. I don't want to bring more onto it. I don't want to make it worse, you know? I don't want to. But I know that it was brought up, and I want to add clarification, but I think people can connect the dots on what happened. If you guys are a Numba, and you were going to a concert, you probably were able to fill in the blanks with what happened. I was not upset about the fact that she couldn't perform, because a lot of the things that come with performing take a lot of, courage to get out on stage, and it's not something that's for everyone, especially if you're a VTuber who's used to being behind the screen. My issue was never with that. My issue was the fact that I never knew how she was feeling. Anything that I was told was from Red. And I just had a bunch of different reasons for why potentially they weren't going to be able to do it. It was very, very close to the date, a week and a half before, when I got told about that. And I think the thing that sucks the most about it was because from her perspective, she was talking about how excited she was, and then it was that same day from him that he said they're not going to do it anymore. And I have my music friend, Holmes, who spent, dozens of hours working on the set list for, me, office drummer, to perform. And we put a lot of time and effort into putting this together. And I asked every single month for months and wasn't told about it until it was at a point where we literally couldn't find a replacement. And and even after that, I still didn't hear anything about how she actually felt. And I was super sad, obviously. And Bao, even though she wasn't doing good, immediately said she would fly to New York with me and do the concert with me, and she didn't have to, but she did. And I think it's been said many times that how she's my best friend, but she saw me in a state like that, and even though she was hurting, she put all of that aside just to be there for me, and to be there for me when Cinder couldn't even tell me herself how she felt. And I feel so fucking mad thinking about how she did that for me and to save her for not being able to go, and to find out that she felt that way about my best friend, who has never given me any reason to not think of her as one of the best people I've ever met, Bao. And I talked to her about how I felt, and I told Bao how I felt, and I didn't really know what to do. And I said, like, I just want to hear it from her. I just wanted to hear how she felt. I would forgive it. I just wanted to know how she was feeling through all of this and not through somebody else. And I said, if she does come up to me and tell me that it's any other reason than, stage fright, anxiety, worries, I would not be happy. And I get a message from her a couple days after my concert saying that she couldn't go because she felt responsibility as I said that the number one thing that I didn't want to hear was if she talked to me, if she put business above her friends. And I would have literally accepted anything else, but the reason that she gave me was putting business above me, over her her new position, and how she felt obligated to do a stream that she said she had to do. And I said, yeah, go for it. Yeah, go for it. And I think at that point, that's when I kind of felt like my view started to crumble a little bit. And I think that just really sucked, and I didn't reply because at that point I was on a ski trip and with my friends who flew from different countries to watch me perform. I came back home and I had an amazing dinner and introduced my family to all of my friends who flew in, and I just didn't want to think about somebody who would put business over me, and then afterwards, after I didn't reply, sent a message saying maybe they can make it after all. And then getting a message from Red saying she felt really guilty she couldn't go, and we want to make it so that we can be there for you. And I think that's what really caused me to want to say something, and I did. And I messaged Sinder and I expressed my disappointment, and she apologized and told me all of the reasons that she should have said instead of bringing up the business. And I forgave her, but I saw that she brought up a collab that she said she couldn't miss, and I didn't believe that, because if there's one person outside of Bao that I know would not put business over me, it's Lily. And I found out that I was lied to, and that this was something that could have definitely been changed and didn't have to be on the day of a concert. So, I think after that, I felt like a lot of trust was broken, and I would rather, I just wanted to move on from that, but I couldn't see her the same exact way after that. And like I said, there's so many things that could have been said, but she didn't until I asked her what I wanted. After I just asked for her own opinions and her own feelings. And I do sit here, I sat wondering that if I didn't say anything, would she have even said anything at all? And it just feels, I don't know. I said, I hope you don't turn into somebody that will always prioritize the business over the people who care about you. And I guess that's also why I was fucking shocked to see everything, but also it made sense because of what I saw. And I just feel so fucking shit about it because these are just all things that with everything could have been prevented just by talking to people. Like, just, it's all so self-inflicted, and just, I've never, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry for bringing that up. I know it's just a personal thing that affected me, and it doesn't have to do with everything that was being said, but I just wanted to say that to provide clarity that there were other reasons that were given, but at that point I feel like it was too late, because why didn't you just say something before? And it happened again. And I just feel like with this stuff, I was in a state where I was trying to convince myself that it wasn't true, and that with everything that maybe there was still genuine love between all of the friends, and I still want to believe that it could be true, but even though it makes me sound really naive, I can't help but feel that way, and I can't help but feel bad, and it sucks that I feel bad after everything, but I can't help it. It just hurts. Everything hurts. Thinking about how my friends were feeling when nobody deserved it at all, and none of it had to happen. I've never seen somebody that shined so bright ruin themselves and the beauty that they emitted like that. It just, I don't know. I'm saying I don't know a lot because it just doesn't fucking make sense. It just doesn't fucking make sense to me. I'm sorry. I don't mean to raise my voice. And I just, beyond that, it hurts knowing that so many people looked up to us and our friendship, and they just enjoyed seeing how happy we could be, and felt happy and inspired because of what we had, thinking everything was real, and feeling so betrayed after finding out it wasn't. And I just want you guys to know that I feel the exact same way as you guys feel. I thought it was real too. I really did. I think it was pretty obvious with how I spoke about it, but I really did blindly believe that. Because, I mean, what reason did I have not to? And Bao and I had talks when she would confide in me and wonder if these things that she was feeling about her were true. And I would do whatever I could to tell her that there's no way, because we had no reason to believe otherwise. And it sucks that these things that she was so scared of had to be proven true, and that I couldn't do more to make her feel better in those moments. I feel like I failed so much because she chose to confide in me so many times, that she was there for me so many times, and I think everybody felt that there was just something off, but we obviously didn't know why. And I hate that our feelings had to be proven right. I hate it so much. I hate it. None of them deserve that, especially her. And I just hope I can do better to make sure she never has to feel that isolated to her, or Tricky. I hope Tricky doesn't ever have to feel isolated and alone, or Yuzu or Vienna or anybody. I don't know. I wish I could have done a lot more about it. And I don't, seeing her cry like that yesterday sucked so fucking bad. And I just wish I could have done more, because this shit always happens to like the best fucking people for no reason. And I just wish I could do more. I don't know. And I'm really sorry to you guys, and the Pyro Pups, or anybody that watched her. I don't want you to feel like anything you felt was invalid, because there were good memories that were shared, and I even if they weren't, I want to believe that they were, because I felt good in those moments, and I just don't want things like that to be soured. I wouldn't. And I don't know if she's watching this, but if she is, I really hope that you can learn from this, and that whatever you do, that you just do better for the people around you, and don't forget about the people who, love and care about you. You were just such a talented person, and you just didn't have to do any of that. You really you didn't. Those insecurities that we have can make us feel like the world really is against us, and that we're not worth it. We're not good, but you shouldn't. I don't know. I hope you don't let that fuel any poor decisions in the future. And to anybody who thinks that this is just here and generalizing a whole community, I think that's fucking stupid. It's stupid. There are really good people, my best friends that have been with me since the very beginning, that have been here with me through all of this, like Buff. Genuine good people there. Okay, guys, don't listen to what people say. They don't know what they're talking about. There are really good people out there, just like your average everyday place that you go to. There's going to be bad, there's going to be good. It's okay. I do believe that it's going to be fine. I'm okay. I don't want the things that I shared to make people feel more upset. If anything, I just want it to bring more clarity. and closure for myself to just say out loud, and to just move on. But I don't know. I'm really just proud of my friends for standing up for what they believed in, and I'm just really proud of you guys too for staying so strong through all of this. And I'm sorry if my words didn't help at all. I don't really know how else I expected to go about it, but I knew I needed to say something. And now that it's out there, I'm gonna just move on. I don't know. I have a lot of good people here in my life, and I don't ever want to take that stuff for granted. And so because of that, despite everything, I'm happy that I have good people around me. And there are really good people in your communities too that you can talk to. And if you ever do feel upset or annoyed or uncomfortable about things, I think that it's always important to say it, to talk and speak your mind. Talking about things is always the better option. It always is. And yeah, I hope we can all heal from this. I'm very much ready to play more Pokemon tomorrow. I'm very excited for that. I love Shroomish, man. I love my friends. Me saying I love Shroomish before I love my friends. No, fuck my friends. I love Shroomish. Yeah, fuck y'all. I'm here for the Pokemon anyway. No one can treat me like Shroomish can. Fuck y'all. I'm just... But yeah, I am in a very good state right now. I just want to say, because I have been spending just constant time with all of the best people that I could be spending my time with. So I feel just really positive despite it all. So thanks again to my friends. And also, I know a lot of people were worried about me, but I was